What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, man. I am back, man. You guys already know what time it is with this cat. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. Well, anyways, people, I got to give a shout out to all my channel members, my subscribers, my followers, and everybody that's been interacting with my channel, man. I appreciate you guys really more than you know it. You know, you guys keep me in the algorithm. My channel's growing, and it's growing at the pace that it should be growing at. You know what I mean? I'm not in no hurry. Once we reach that 10 racks, baby, you already know this YouTube yada will become activo. But anyways, people, today I'm going to elaborate just a little bit more on Ms. Negra, Mr. Ali Icon's wife. Yeah, I'm going to touch on that a little bit, and the only reason is because someone shot me a video. I didn't even know that she spoke up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw a punch unless you could take a punch. You know. Well, anyways, people. With that being said, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all. Share this channel. Let's get it up to 10,000 subscribers. That way I can start doing lives. And before I do move on, this is a fitness channel with a twist. I normally start off elaborating a little bit about fitness, nutrition, or overall health. And then I move on to a story or whatever it is that my audience members wants me to touch on. Today is just going to be a quick brief on what my program has to offer. I have to do that every now and then because people forget what I offer on my program. Okay, so if you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me a DM. You could go to my Instagram, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. On my Instagram, I have over a couple years of material on me hitting the gym. I have testimonials. I have starter meals that could get you started on, dropping a few pounds. They actually work because I've gotten a lot of feedback from public audience, I should say, that are non-team members that have gotten results. I'm always constantly giving out free information, free tips that are beneficial to your overall health. You know what I mean? That's what I do. That's my way of giving back to my community and to anybody that's hesitant on reaching out to me. You know what I mean? That's probably about the hardest thing to do in my program, is putting your ego and pride to the side and admitting that you need help. I'm 54. I'm in the best shape of my life, people. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Go check it out. I went from fat to fit to ripped. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm always going to have these individuals that are going to wolf and sell wolf tickets about me, claiming, oh, I'm too small, too skinny. Why? Who says? You said? Come on now. I got a motherfucking bedroom physique, baby. Don't hate. This mother 54-year-old has a good little build on him. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be big anymore, people. I've been there, done that. Well, anyways, people, yes, and I do ramble on. That's one thing you guys will have to get used to. Okay, so back to my fitness program. Just a real quick little crash course on what I do. You reach out to me, we hop on the horn, we go over your fitness goals. At the end of that phone call, I have a rough idea on what your background, your lifestyle is about, and that's how I build your program. And once I build your program, we make modifications as we go. Because obviously I'm not gonna hit the head on the nail in the first time around, so we make adjustments, and I don't mind doing that because I can tell you right now, you sign on with other people, once your program is set, it's set in stone, baby. You know what I mean? They're going to go by whatever information that you've given to them. That's what they process. So with me, I don't mind working with people. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is my passion, to help people change their lives and better their lives and help them break limited beliefs. That's what I've done, and I've done it for myself. I'm living proof. You know what I mean? I went from, like I said, from homeless, being fucked up on dope, doing time behind them walls and breaking my limited beliefs. And the biggest goal that I've conquered so far now is being, I'm a property owner. I'm a landlord. I'm an entrepreneur. I work from the comfort of my own home. I'm a full-time online fitness coach, people. So I broke them limited beliefs, and I know the path that needs to be taken if you want to do that. Whether it become in buying your first house, your property. I know the steps required that's needed to take. Trust and believe, it was a headache. It really was. But I had that blueprint to that. So anyways, people, with that being said, I think I rambled on enough about that. Oh, fuck, man, there I go. Completely forgetting the crash course of my thing. Yeah, I build you your program. Every program that I build for you is going to come with customized workout plan, videos attached to them, explaining how to do the workouts. Everything's going to be set up for you in repetitions and sets and rest period in between. And keep in mind, this is all going to be done in a digital format, people. You're not going to have to break out with your pen and paper, you know what I mean? That's old school way. That's probably before the analog days, baby. You know what I mean? But yeah, everything's going to be done on a digital format. It's going to be on my personalized training app. And then with that too, I build you your nutrition. I get you dialed in. I watch over your nutrition for you, and I'm able to do all this stuff because you'll be linked onto my personalized training app. People, understand, you're not going to go in here blind. You're not going to go in here drunk driving. I'm going to guide you through everything. I will teach you and educate you within 3 months that you could apply this to your daily lifestyle. The program that I've built for people is something that's sustainable. It's not something unrealistic where you're gonna starve for the rest of your life and hate it. No, this program that I have right here, you could apply it to your daily lifestyle. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here, people. Bear with me, man. I think I might have had a little bit too much coffee. Going on my fourth, fifth cup. I drink a lot of coffee, man. You know what I mean? It's a substitute for, I guess, what I used to do in the past. You know what I'm saying? If you guys know what I'm talking about, man. Come on now. We've all been there and done that, especially if you come from the backgrounds that we come from. But anyways, yeah, I rambled on and all that, and that's what I do. I'm able to track everything. I keep an eye on you. I guide you. And like I said, within a 3-month program, man, you're not required to sign on again, unless you want to take it to another level. With that 3-month program, man, I'll be able to educate you and provide you with the tools that you could apply to your daily lifestyle and live comfortably. You know what I mean? And the weight loss that you lose from there, or the weight gain in muscle, it's sustainable. It's not going to be where you're going to have to go in cycles and then come off of your cycle during, off season, this and that. No, it's something that you live day in, day out. I stay looking like this 24/7, baby, all throughout the year, and I live a regular life. I don't have to frown away from foods. Why? Because I know how to eat the food correctly. No food is off limit with my program. Yes, I know I rambled enough of that. Enough with that being said, man. If you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com, baby. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Now, anyways, with that being said, Ms. Negra, I dropped a video explaining how I had a run-in with her and her husband, Mr. Icon. Very respectful, professional, presented themselves as very mature adults, and it's obvious they have each other's back, man. You know what I mean? Kind of, it reminds me of me and my wife. My wife got me to the fullest. You know what I mean? The difference between my wife and Negra. My wife's never done time or anything. My wife's my rocker chick. You know what I mean? They say opposites attract, and anyways, we're there. I go jumping on a whole different topic now, huh? Me and my wife are supposed to be talking about Negra. Well, anyways, a video was sent to me, man, about Negra. I didn't know that. She dropped a video, a reaction video, on the individuals that were speaking on her. You know what I mean? Somebody by the name of Coca Raider or something like that. Coca Raider Prime. I've heard the name Prime before because I attended one of Conejo's events down right there at Don Quixote. I was a VIP there as well. I was a guest there, so I met Prime. I didn't say nothing bad about the cat, but then it was just that one night where I met him. You know what I mean? I was invited. I guess, what do you call it? The red carpet treatment, whatever you guys want to call it, the hood treatment, I guess. I met Conejo and his bodyguard / family member. Yeah, the whole thing. I even did burpees right there in the dance floor where he was performing at. That's when I first started my Instagram. But yeah, anyways, people, the other one is what's his name? Fucking Cholo Juan or something like that. From my understanding, he's a character. I don't know. Sounds like a pretty funny guy, Chalucas or something like that. I always used the word chacas. That was coming from my days. Chacas. He uses chalucas. I guess they gave it a little twist to it. So anyways, I did ramble on, and that's what I do. Keep in mind, that's what this cat does right here. This individual tends to ramble. Baby, I'm the rambler. I guess maybe that's what they should have called me on, the rambler, instead of I'm not gonna even put my nickname out here, because if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. You know what I mean? Just call me Montero, Sweezy. Little Sweezy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major. Well, anyways, yeah, Negra, I seen the video, and man, hey, Negra, man, I'm telling you, like I said in my video, she's laced up, you know what I mean? She's got some, I don't want to speak too much, but she's laced up, put it this way. She's been educated. She's familiar what gangsterism is. And yeah, a lot of people are going to disagree that maybe she shouldn't have came out and vented here on social media, but that's just the way this day of age is, you know what I mean? I do it to a certain extent, you know what I mean? I'm not going to pose no threat or anything, but I just call it how it is. And man, she came at him just, she spoke her mind, and she did it in a professional way. Some of you say don't consider her professional because she may have used a few certain words like I have in the past with certain individuals, but it was done professionally. You didn't see me coming out of character, ranting and raving. You know what I mean? We kept our cool, and that's what us folks do. Ones that's been educated and laced up correctly. You know, the only difference is now is it's being done a lot on social media. But keep in mind, we never will ever pose a threat to anybody. It's foolish. Incriminate yourself. That's fucking crazy. We keep it in a professional. When we reprimand somebody, we do it in a professional way. Just put it that way. You know what I mean? We're cool, we're subtle, we're humble about it. Ain't no thing. You know what I mean? We're just giving a response to people's actions. Well, anyways, yeah, so I heard her, and man, you know, I wasn't impressed. It was to be expected. Negra, I've chopped it up with her more than one occasion. Me and my wife chopped it up with Negra and Mr. Icon. And as a matter of fact, I was supposed to do some physical fitness training with Mr. Icon because he had a sponsor that was coming in, you know what I mean? And but you know, I got caught up doing my things, and I believe he got caught up too. And you know, it's something that was in the past, you know what I mean? If he ever wants me to pull up, you know, he knows he could reach out to me. I'll pull up, you know what I'm saying? Put him up on his A game when it comes to that physical fitness. Yeah, you know, hey. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, if you're happy with what you walk around in, that's all good, you know what I mean? Icon's happy, so be happy for him, you know what I mean? I know people want to call him, you know, make some big boy comments about him, you know, but like I said, at the end of the day, if you're happy with it, so be it. You know, as far as me, I don't fat shame anybody, you know. It is what it is, you know, but I can guarantee right now, you invest in your health right now, man, it's not about the weight that you lose, it's how much life you gain out of it. You're able to do way so much more, man. And I'm living proof, like I said, I'm 54, baby, and I could hang with the best of them, guaranteed. When it comes to burpees, workouts, anything, ain't nobody would gas me out. Guaranteed. I tell you that from experience. I could pull some names out here and put it on here, but you guys would be in, nah, you talking out the side of your neck, OG. Nah, real talk. They would co-sign it. Very well-known figures out here on social media. Well, anyways, I rambled way too much. I viewed Negra's video, and it didn't surprise me, not one bit. Negra is very educated, very laced up when it comes to that, how should I say, the gangsterism 101. You know, she let them boys have it. You know, I'm not picking sides with anybody, but I could tell you right now, they should have never brought that woman's name into that fight, that dog fight that they had with her husband, you know what I mean? Especially right here on social media, you know what I mean? If you really feel a type of way about a certain person, hey, reach out to them if you can. But if you can't, you know what I mean? I mean, there's different ways of doing it. Like, far as me, people say, well, you done the same thing, OG. No. Clean your motherfucking ears out. I did reactions to people because they acted towards me a certain way, you know what I mean? I never come out here and try to down talk nobody. That isn't in my cup of tea, man. That's the way this individual does not get down. You know what I mean? If I feel a certain type of way about a person, I'm gonna pull them to the side and let them know how I feel. I'll get my shit on my motherfucking chest, baby. You know what I'm saying? We could go for a bite and, you know, go over matters, and whatever matters, and whatever doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about and you pick up what I'm putting down, then you know what time it is. But anyways, people, this is a long enough video. I want to give my props to Negra. She did her thing, man. And like I said, was I surprised? Not at all. Because like I said, she's very well laced up and educated in that gangster mannerism, I should just say. She came at him smooth. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, people, with that being said, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Baby, ain't nothing to it but to do it. You want results? Let's do it. Get up and get yours.